Welcome to this Himalayas of South India, this place. That's what I felt every time I see here. The mountains are so beautiful, and there are so many of them here. How many people here have come to Pyramid Valley? Few hands. Okay, many of them. But undoubtedly, to me, this is the most beautiful project of PSSM. This is the most beautiful project of PSM. And every project it incubates, it takes time. Some projects take quickly, they come up, some projects take time. And now what? This project is 5 years? 6 years. So what Pradeep sir is telling me that in another 3 months this will be fully beautifully operational. Already things are going on, but systematically, having, that means an international master comes, national master comes, or somebody local come, same level of treatment, same level of attention, and then everything is made properly systematic. So all that is saying in 3 months, that means in 6 years this project come to this level is an outstanding feat from a PSM perspective. 6 years is a very, very short time for such big projects. In 2009, we were holding a program in Bangalore Pyramid Valley Pyramid. We were holding a program called Global Conference of Spiritual Scientists. So then Sri Ravi Shankar ji came to that program. And then Sri Ravi Shankar ji was there next to Patri ji. And then he was asking, Patri ji, kitne saal ho gaye aap shuru karke? Patri ji said, sir, 2003. So just 6 साल में इतना development हुआ. There is such a wonderful, he was really, really praised Patri ji that in 6 years, Pyramid Valley came to that stage. And then he felt that's a lot of development. Because in art of living, it took a lot more time for them to get to where we came to. And then to me, this project is exactly coming like that, because next year I'm sure with wonderful energies of this entire trust team, and then particularly Pradeep sir, that you will see a lot of urbanites, westerns, and everybody, all parts of the people from the world will come here and do programs. That's, I think, is undoubtedly it is going to happen here by next year. So this project is a beautifully developed project. Let's give a big clap to all the trustees. Patri sir's grand vision. How many people have here met Patri ji? Patri ji. How many people have listened to him on the TV? Listened to him, Enlightenment Hour, something or the other would have listened to him, right? So many of us have listened to him. So Patriji's wisdom, we know it is very simple, but it is different. Can somebody tell one point why Patriji's wisdom is different? One point that you'll find different from anything else. Anybody? Yes. Let's say he said no complaints. How many people do complaints here? No complaints against your wife, husband, children, and office boss. No complaints. How many people are doing that? No complaints. No complaint, no judgment. Who tells that? Patriji's wisdom is always uncommon. This book that he is talking about, somewhere it will be there. Sir, what is a way to lead good life? You know what he said? He said 2 bullets which are common, but then he said 2 more bullets. In order to lead a balanced and happy life, he said, be ready for your departure, be ready for others' departure. That's what he said. Do you expect to lead a happy life? He said, be ready for your departure, be ready for everybody around you, their departure. That's how the master is preparing us, dear friends. So it's such a wonderful wisdom that we are part of with Patriji's energy, wisdom. This is a rare master, and those principles are beautifully taken forward here with a vision that Patriji wanted a Mauna center beautifully, and then a spiritual agriculture center beautifully to be done, and a healing center beautifully happen, and all of it here. Pradeep sir has a wonderful vision, and Jay and Chandra and Sunita madam, many other trustees here. There are Parvata madam, where is Parvata madam? So happy that madam, a professor who is here fully supporting, fully involved into this project, and then I'm sure many more people are here. That vision of Sa will absolutely be done. There is no, because it's vision of Sa is vision of universe, and so vision of universe, and we are merely an instruments. That's how I really feel ever since I got an opportunity to work at Pyramid Valley. Subsequently, maybe a small thing that I was able to come and then do here, help the team here. But whatever that I'm doing, it's really we are merely an instrument. We are coming here, we are performing part of our life purpose, we perform, and then we go off into the next one. Nobody's going to stick on him for anything. That's how Sar has done. Some of you know or not, he's built up so much, but suddenly he just said, okay, I've got to do my work from other planet, not from here. So he went off to another planet. If that level of detachment is there. So Patriji's wisdom is the rarest and simplest wisdom that we have. This Patriji Answers book is an amazing, amazing book. And I'm so glad that, who translated, madam? Paratamji, you translated it? So glad that madam has translated this beautiful book that we will release in Tamil. I was in Himalayas last month, in October. And so in Himalayas, we went to a place called Joshimath. Has anybody gone to Joshimath here? Joshimath, few hands are there. Badrinath, next is Badrinath. So Joshimath, we were there, and I went to this place called Adi Shankaracharya Math. Very, very tiny ashram, but it's also somewhere in the mountains. And you go to Joshimath, you get a feeling this is like this only. That whole area is full of mountains around, and Adi Shankaracharya ashram also you go and then you will see all mountains around it. This place is like that only. This place is beautifully like that because you see so many mountains. So Adi Shankaracharya reminds us of the same wisdom that we are learning here at PSSM with Patriji. Pranayamam pratyaharam nitya anitya viveka vicharam. Only two things, right? What do we do here? We practice a lot of meditation and we learn a lot of wisdom. Two things, right? We practice a lot of meditation, we learn a lot of wisdom. And so everything else will be given. So Adi Shankaracharya place where he was like a grand master, very young age. He learned this principle, he understood these are the things. Pranayamam pratyaharam, that means, go into your breath observation. Pratyaharam is with our senses, so observation of the breath, natural breath. And then nitya vivek vichara means, constantly keep inquiring what is truth, what is untruth. We get that through just gaining knowledge. We keep on reading books, listening to masters like Pradeep ji and then many other. The Girija Rajan madam here, I heard they are here, right? They're there. Girija Rajan, Rajan sir. Many masters are there. We listen to them, I read. Patriji Answers is a great book to read. Patriji Wisdom that we release is a great book to read. So then we constantly inquire what is truth, what is untruth. That's all it is. So that simple wisdom, that constantly being inquiring about, am I true? My position is true, my house is true, my husband is true, my wife is true, is this thing true, whatever that is, this building is true. We constantly inquire and then we get an answer that, okay, everything is temporary, so we experience it, we don't get attached to it. Because Adi Shankaracharya's fundamental teaching is don't get attached. Don't get attached. Our fundamental teaching is same, don't get attached to anything. But there is another important teaching that PSM has, which others have not thought. PSM is saying, go on experiencing life more, don't renounce life. We don't get attached, but go on experiencing life more. We go on doing more yajnas like this. We go on doing more trekking. We want to go and then do more visits to many places, celebrate. Everything you want to do. No renouncement, but don't get attached to anything. Don't get attached on one side, but go and experience life more. That's the beautiful teaching that PSM is doing, and then Patriji is talking about, and always talked about, that we have unlimited potential, so we experience life, but no attachment. How do we stay without attachment? Read, learn, and then practice meditation. Automatically this happens. So dear friends, Adi Shankaracharya, who was very young, in like 16 years, he went around India, up and down, east and west, north, south, in a very, very few years, and then that too, no vehicles at that time. So he always has to do barefoot. There is a story that he promises his mother that he will come and stay with her in her final days. Then her mother agrees, okay, now you go and then do your sadhana, and then let him go out of the home at the age of 12. So somewhere during his part of his, when he is in Badrinath somewhere, that time he gets his message in a meditation that my mom is not well. So he promised her, so he walks all the way down to the south in Kerala, and then spends time with her, just to be with his mother, because he gave the word. And then he finishes his job until she vacates her body, then he goes back all the way to the Badrinath again. So it takes at least 6 months to walk, right, from up and down. But this master, at a young age, he decided that this truth is so powerful, everybody has to learn. So then he put his entire life for, without thinking about it once or twice, east to west, north to south, it is known that he traveled, and then talking about this whole principle of meditation and jnana, two things. We're all like that. That's what Patriji taught, dear friends. All of us here, if we are here in this ashram, then we are going to be like an Adi Shankaracharya, like a Patriji, to spread this wisdom everywhere. Whatever that we know, we have to spread the wisdom. If he could do it so many times without vehicles up and down, so we can easily do a little part from our side. If Patriji could do every day hundreds of kilometers, we can do a little part. And let's give a big clap to Sunitha madam. I know that she is doing so much work in this area. How many people here go around, teach meditation? How many people go out and then teach meditation? Wonderful. Few hands. Everybody should do this. At some point, I'm sure we all will do it. So dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to be here, to see these developments. I've just gone around. An amazing amount of development has happened. Hats off to Pradeep sir for doing this super, it's like, he's a master, right? He's a rare master. He just travels around, and I've seen him from 2007. It's no joke to resign from a job, well-paying job in Australia, so he left the job in 2007. He was very, very young. It's not that easy to resign at a very early age. What age did you resign? 25 years. He resigned at 25, 26 years. So it is not that easy. People do it usually after 40, not before. So he is a master of that nature, but still here developing infrastructure. And for whose purpose? He is doing for all of purpose. There is no reason why he should stick around here. And Jay and Chandra and then all of them, Parvata madam coming from Coimbatore, so the hours and hours they spend their time and then come here. And I know how busy these masters are who are spending their, Grihasthashram they do beautifully, but they also want to come back and then do because they purpose. But they're taking time to do 4 hours of drive from Chennai here and all that. So there is so much that they all are giving unconditionally. There is nothing that we get any by doing this project. So we must look at and say, if they are able to come and then do it, so what is that I can do for this project? How can I contribute? This project requires a lot of masters to come. So we do so much spreading around it. In every time we come, we must think and say, can I bring 10 more people along with me? Because more people come, more energy, automatically things will happen. That's a simple equation. Right? If Jay, for example, here in the last 7 years, and I've seen him for so many years now, on one side running PMC, single-handedly in many, many ways, it requires a lot of money, right? And then another side, coming here and then spending time, energy into it, and then want to make this happen only because he really believed this can really go to so many people. Then why can't I ask my question, what can I do? What can I do? Many pyramid masters, now I know that they are remembered so beautifully for all the good work they have done. Let's give you a small example and close. I was in the United States in a class, in one meditation class. And so one person came, and he is from Kurnool or Nellore somewhere. He said, sir, I want to tell, because we're talking about the importance of how you are helping. He said, sir, my dad, they bought a house in a layout outside that city in Nellore. So in that layout, when you buy something outside, usually nothing is developed. The builders also promise money, they do half things and they go away. So that's what has happened. So the dad moved in the beginning. Very early stage project was done, a layout outside the Nellore city. So his dad moved in there, they built a house. So because they were one of the initial residents, nothing is there. So his dad encouraged to plant trees. So they planted trees. 20 years passed by, and so the trees came up. Right? That's all he did. He planted trees, the trees came up. And then in the COVID time, his dad vacated his body. So he's saying, everybody in that layout came and then gave so much respect, and they're only talking about how his dad helped them plant the trees, because the vision that time, now we all have so much green cover. See, Nellore is a hot place. We have so much green cover, and then they all have so much respect for his dad. Not for everything he's done. His dad is also the eldest person in their family. So he said, he did his entire lifetime trying to resolve this conflict, that conflict, family, big person, no, elder person. You have to constantly support by money, advice, time for the family issues. He did all of that parallelly, but nobody bothered about what he did for his family. Only thing remembered is that he planted trees, and then a community was really developing, and then they are very happy. So dear friends, that example really shows that if you do something for others, it is greatly remembered forever. We do anything for ourselves, it's forgotten pretty easily in the history. That's why we are here for Patriji. So many people are doing so many things because they just fundamentally know that they changed our lives forever. So thank you very much for joining. Stay inspired. And then these masters are here doing so much work, and you can tell you sometimes it might appear like they promised in 1 year, 2 years, nothing happened, but just be patient. Things will turn out. The more we can become unconditional in whatever we do, the more we feel light and the more we will grow. But everything is bound to happen. Everything, whatever has been promised in this process will turn around and happen. Right? Because they are also sincerely doing their effort. So thank you for giving this opportunity, Pradeep. This is a beautiful project shaping up for sure. Thank you.